The Engineer's Secret Stash: 7 Ways to Bankroll Your Brain. Alright, team. So, you're an engineer, right? You're out there solving problems, designing awesome stuff, maybe even getting your hands dirty on site. You're probably working that solid 9 to 5, maybe even a 9 to whenever the problem is fixed. And you've got this little voice in your head like I did, wondering, is there a way to make this engineering brain of mine work a little overtime for my bank account without actually, my day job? Because let's be real, job security is nice, but a little extra financial firepower, even nicer. Well, guess what? The answer is a resounding, earth-shattering yes. And trust me on this, because I'm not just some random guy on the internet. I'm a mining engineer by trade. Yep, rocks, dirt, big machines, the whole 9 yards. And today, I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you 7, count 'em, 7 proven passive income ideas that engineers just like us can actually start. And the best part, you can do this even if your schedule is already packed tighter than a can of sardines. We're talking about leveraging the skills you have. So whether you're a civil engineer laying out the next skyscraper, a mechanical guru designing intricate machinery, an electrical whiz making the sparks fly, safely of course, or even a fellow mining engineer like myself, there's absolutely something in this lineup for you. We're going to break it down rubber style so it's easy to understand and even easier to get started. No fluff, just actionable strategies. So grab your hard hats, safety glasses, and maybe a notepad because we're about to dive in and engineer some extra income. YouTube, your knowledge is gold, literally. Okay, first up, and this one is near and dear to my heart because, well, you're watching me on it right now, starting a YouTube channel. Now before you click away thinking, Mark, I build bridges, I don't talk to cameras, hear me out. As engineers, we possess a treasure trove of knowledge that, believe it or not, a massive audience is actively searching for. Think about it. How many times have you had to explain a complex engineering concept to a non-engineer, or detailed the inner workings of a fascinating machine? That's content, my friends. You could create videos explaining fundamental engineering principles in a way that's actually engaging, not like those dusty old textbooks. Imagine breaking down how a suspension bridge works, or the science behind why a particular construction method is superior for certain conditions. Or maybe you're a safety guru. There's a huge demand for clear, concise explanations of safety protocols and best practices on construction sites or in industrial settings. The possibilities are genuinely endless, and your unique perspective as a practicing engineer is your superpower here. And the barrier to entry? It's lower than you think. You don't need a fancy Hollywood studio. Seriously, that smartphone in your pocket? It's probably got a camera that's more than good enough to get started. A quiet room, some decent lighting, even a window works wonders. And a willingness to share what you know. That's the core recipe. Consistency is key though. Committing to a regular upload schedule, even if it's just once a week or once every 2 weeks, helps build an audience. Drone power mapping your way to extra cash. Alright, next up on our list of engineering side hustles is something that combines cool tech with practical application, drone mapping and surveying. Now if you're a civil or mining engineer, your ears should be perking up right about now because this one is right in our wheelhouse. Drones aren't just for cool aerial shots anymore, they've become incredibly powerful tools for data collection, and that data is valuable. Think about it. Traditionally, getting accurate topographic surveys or tracking progress on a large site involved a lot of man-hours, expensive equipment, and sometimes navigating tricky terrain. With a modern drone, especially one equipped with RTK, real-time kinematic, or PPK, post-processed kinematic GPS capability for survey-grade accuracy, you can capture vast amounts of data quickly, safely, and often more accurately than older methods. This is a game changer for efficiency. So, what kind of services can you offer? Well, for starters, topographic surveys. You can create detailed 3D models and contour maps of land, which are essential for planning and design in construction, land development, and mining. Then there's progress reporting for construction sites. Imagine providing a contractor with weekly or bi-weekly aerial maps and 3D models showing exactly how much work has been completed. This is invaluable for project management and client communication. Your experience on demand freelance site consultancy. Okay, let's talk about leveraging that hard-earned experience you've got under your belt. If you've been in the engineering game for, say, 3 to 5 years or more, you've likely accumulated a wealth of practical knowledge that's incredibly valuable. This brings us to our third idea: freelance site consultancy. This is where you become the go-to expert for folks who need your brains. but maybe not on a full-time basis. Think about the ecosystem of construction and engineering projects out there. Not every project is a massive, multi-billion-dollar mega project with an army of engineers. There are countless small contractors, local developers, and even individual homeowners undertaking projects who desperately need professional engineering input, but simply can't afford to hire a full-time, dedicated engineer or a large consulting firm. That's where you come in, like an engineering superhero on call. What kind of services can you offer as a freelance site consultant? The list is pretty extensive. You could offer site inspections, popping by a project to ensure work is being done to spec and identifying potential issues before they become costly problems. Quantity calculations are another big one, helping smaller contractors accurately estimate materials, which is crucial for bidding and budgeting. Safety audits are always in demand, ensuring sites are compliant and workers are protected. If you have specialized experience like in blasting operations for mining or civil works, you could offer supervision or planning for those specific high-risk activities. Alright, this next one is for all you engineers who love a good spreadsheet, a well-organized CAD file, or a perfectly crafted calculation template. We're talking about creating and selling digital engineering tools and templates. This is where the passive and passive income can really shine because you create something once, and it can potentially sell over and over again with minimal ongoing effort. It's like planting a money tree, but with Excel formulas instead of water. Think about all the routine calculations, documentation, and design elements you deal with in your day-to-day engineering work. How many times have you built a custom Excel sheet for quantity takeoffs, meticulously designed to speed up the process? Or what about a bar bending schedule template that saves hours of tedious work for structural detailing? Maybe you've developed a set of standard AutoCAD blocks or drawing templates that streamline your drafting process. These are gold. These tools that you've likely created for your own efficiency can be incredibly valuable to other engineers, students, or small firms who don't have the time or expertise to develop them from scratch. You can package these up, your super efficient Excel calculators, your perfectly layered AutoCAD templates, your handy checklists for site inspections, and sell them online. It's about productizing your internal processes and solutions. Platforms like Gumroad, Etsy, or even setting up your own simple e-commerce store using something like Shopify make it incredibly easy to list and sell digital products. You set the price, upload the files, and the platform handles the sales and delivery. Chapter 5. Your Skills, Global Reach, Skill-Based Freelancing. Now let's talk about taking those specific, highly polished engineering skills you've got and offering them to a global market. This is where skill-based freelancing comes into play. It's a bit more active than selling templates, but it can be incredibly lucrative and flexible, fitting around your existing commitments. Think of it as being a specialist consultant, but instead of just local clients, the entire world is your potential customer base. There are some fantastic online platforms out there designed specifically to connect freelancers with clients who need their skills. Websites like Upwork, Fiverr, and Freelancer.com are bustling marketplaces filled with businesses and individuals looking for expertise in a huge range of fields, including many engineering disciplines. You might be surprised at the demand for specialized engineering talent on these platforms. So, what kind of engineering tasks can you offer? Well, CAD drafting is a big one. Many firms need help converting sketches to professional drawings, creating three-dimensional models, or even just cleaning up existing CAD files. If you're proficient in software like AutoCAD, SolidWorks, Revit, or similar, there's work out there for you. Structural calculations for smaller projects or even verification of existing calculations is another area where freelance engineers are sought after. Chapter 6. Teach what you know, online courses and coaching. Alright team, if you've ever found yourself patiently explaining a complex engineering topic to a junior colleague or even a friend, and you actually then this next idea might just be your calling. We're talking about creating and selling online courses or offering online coaching in your area of engineering expertise. This is about taking your knowledge and packaging it into an educational product that can reach learners all over the world. Think about the specialized software or skills that are essential in our field. Maybe you're an absolute wizard with AutoCAD, or you can navigate StatPro for structural analysis in your sleep. Perhaps you've mastered the art of engineering estimation and costing, or you have deep knowledge of a specific industry code or standard. These are all incredibly valuable skills that others are eager to learn, and they're willing to pay for quality instruction. Platforms like Udemy, Skillshare, Teachable, or even YouTube channel memberships provide the infrastructure for you to host and sell your courses. You create the content: video lessons, downloadable resources, quizzes, project assignments, and these platforms handle the marketing, to some extent, payment processing, and delivery to students. It's like becoming a professor, but with a global classroom and the ability to set your own curriculum. Creating a high-quality course does take a significant upfront investment of time and effort. Chapter 7. Quick Hits, Big Impact Blogging and Instagram Reels for Engineers. Now, for our final idea, let's talk about platforms that engineers often overlook, but which hold surprising potential for building an audience and, eventually, an income stream. Blogging and short-form video content like Instagram Reels or TikToks. I know, Instagram might seem like it's all travel photos and food, but hear me out. There's a hungry niche for accessible engineering content there too. Think about it. Engineers are constantly encountering interesting problems, clever solutions, and fascinating how it works moments on site or in their design work. These can be translated into bite-sized, engaging content. A blog post could detail a specific site hack you discovered, a safety tip that everyone should know, or a did you know piece about a surprising engineering marvel. These don't have to be long academic papers. Think informative, engaging, and easy to digest. Similarly, short videos on platforms like Instagram Reels, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts are perfect for quick visual explanations. Imagine a 30-second reel showing a time-lapse of a small construction process, a quick demonstration of a useful engineering app, or an animated explanation of a basic physics principle relevant to engineering. The visual nature of engineering, the structures, the machines, the processes, lends itself incredibly well to these formats. The initial goal here isn't direct sales, but building an audience and establishing yourself as a knowledgeable voice in your niche. Consistency is key. Outgrow Engineer Your Financial Freedom. Start today. So there you have it. 7 solid, actionable ways that you, as a skilled engineer, can start generating extra income, often passively, without having to ditch your day job. Whether you're out there on a muddy construction site, meticulously designing in an office, or even working remotely from a cabin in the woods, hey, some of us dream. The incredible skills and knowledge you possess are highly valuable, not just to your employer, but to a much wider audience. You've got a problem-solving mindset, an eye for detail, and a deep understanding of how things work. That's a powerful combination. The key takeaway here is to start small, but start somewhere. Don't feel like you need to launch all 7 of these ideas at once. That's a recipe for burnout. Pick one that genuinely excites you, one that aligns with your passions and your existing skills. Maybe it's sharing your knowledge on YouTube, or perhaps creating those super efficient Excel templates you've always been proud of. The important thing is to take that first step, stay consistent with it, and gradually build. Over time, you can even start to stack these, creating multiple streams of income. Listen, I'm doing it. I'm leveraging my engineering background to connect with you all here, and exploring other avenues too.